Yeah, there are different versions on the Osiris myth. One version is that his body is cut up and he's thrown all over the land, and each piece of his body that lands becomes one of the Mahafzat of Egypt, one of the gnomes, as we call them. The others is his body was thrown in the Nile, and the Nile becomes bloody, and the body floated up to Memphis, and at Memphis it was pulled out of the water. This myth is very old. The earliest written records of the Osiris myth, at least that Osiris was killed by his brother, is in the pyramid text, so 2400 BC, so 1,000 years before Moses. What my suggestion was that the plague of the Nile turning red may have reminded the Egyptians of this myth. Not that it was one and the same thing, but reminded them of their mythology and made them fear that Osiris was dead, had died all over again, and therefore their ability to come to eternal life was threatened. So that's what I was suggesting. But the Osiris myth itself goes all the way back to the pyramid text. So it's a very old tradition, and almost certainly the Osiris goes back to Abydos, where he may have been a historic figure who died and was buried at Abydos. But the Osiris myth itself predates Moses by at least 1,000 years in writing, the oldest written records of it. But there are many variations on it.